Hey guys, we're talking about Primetime Investigation 4.3 this week. Just as a review, a little note on notation, that as we're writing expressions, please remember that 3n means 3 times n, and 3 times n can also be written with parentheses. So all three of these expressions are actually equal. They mean the same thing, to multiply. A times b can also be written with parentheses, so you could have two variables and still use parentheses to notate that. We've got a couple of new vocabulary words. The first one is factored form, and the book will define that as a product of two factors. Our other new term is expanded form, and that means the sum of two terms. So you should see by now, after last week, that we have a relationship between this expression and this expression using distributive properties. So we're going to take a look now at some examples with real numbers and a picture, just like last week. This past week we talked about in our second investigation using distributive property to find area and to write that area in two different ways. And so we kind of had different opinions as how to find the area of this entire rectangle. Well, some of you said, well, to find the area of the entire rectangle, I would need to add my lengths together. So my 6 and my 4, we had to add that together to get 10. So my width was 3 and my length was 10 because we added 6 plus 4 together. So to find the area of the entire rectangle, we added the lengths together. So we got 3 times 10, which was 30. And that was probably the easiest way that most of you found area. Some of you said, well, I can find the area of this first one over here on the left, and then I can find the area of the one on the right and add them together. Well, that also works, and you end up getting the same answer. 3 times 6, because we're doing length times width, or width times length. 3 times 6 is 18. And over here, most of you recognize, well, if this width is 3, then the width on this side is also 3. So we did 3 times 4 or 4 times 3 and got 12. So when you add the area of this rectangle, which was 18, and the area of this rectangle, which was 12, you still get 30 square inches. So what we're going to kind of add to this week with these new vocabulary words is we need to understand that, like this one written in red right here, this is our factored form. Okay, the one in the blue where we're separating and finding the area of each rectangle and then adding together, that is called our expanded form. So this week we're going to kind of need to be able to recognize the two different ways to find area, and then understand that this is the factored form and this is the expanded form.